welcome to the end of Scooby-Doo month, at least 2021 edition, maybe? We'll do this later, and again, I don't know. We'll figure it out. And we watched a different Scooby-Doo show, one of the more modern ones, and one that I had seen on my own last year, Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. So, what do you think?
It's really cool. I mean, I hadn't watched this new one. I think the last one that I had watched was What's New Scooby-Doo, which I'm actually in the process of rewatching with my mom and everything for nostalgia. But it's really cool seeing the overarching plot, because that never happens in a Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, that's never happened before.
And also how it's centered in a certain place, because usually they're always traveling around and stuff, so it's interesting that Crystal Cove is a place where it's supposedly the most haunted place and everything. And how the gag is that everyone wants the monsters to be there.
Yeah, and also it's definitely there's the point of it is more on the character interactions. That's more of the focus. And again, like I said at the when we wrapped up the last thing that we did, I said Fred is the best character. And
yes, he is the best character.
And again, there's more later.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, so we originally were supposed to watch 6 episodes, but we ended up watching 10.
Yep.
Because me and Maya were like, no, we want to watch more.
And I'm
it ended up being a bigger cliffhanger, so I guess it worked out.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's 2 seasons, 26 episodes each. So kind of standardish length for that. So again, we've watched less than 20% of it. So there's definitely still a good amount more to go.
Wow.
And yeah, I'll be honest, I don't really remember a lot of the specific plot points from when I watched this. I watched it, I think it was early summer 2020, I think. I don't remember when in the timeline I actually watched it in 2020. But it's been over a year, so I don't remember a lot of the specific stuff. I was looking at the list of episodes, and I'm like, I remember 5 of these maybe. So that's not to say it's bad or whatever. It just kind of because when the episodes come up, I was like, oh yeah, this one, So, yeah. But the overall story is good, and just the character interaction's good. Fred is great, but also how much of just a dick Velma is kind of great. She's so snarky.
This incarnation of Fred and this incarnation of Daphne are definitely my favorite portrayals of both of them.
Oh yeah, Daphne's good too.
I think so too.
My heart aches for Daphne.
Yeah. Yeah, I love, it's also clear that, again, the people who made this show, they did it where it's okay, this show is made assuming that, the basic premise of Scooby-Doo, so they take that and take that to the extreme in, every angle.
Yeah.
It's, again,
especially,
for example...
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, the monsters or whatever, and the plans are, they're so ridiculously over-the-top insane that it's, no way in any way, feasible. I'm pretty sure they realize that.
Two, alligator-based economy.
It's they don't even try. We watched the original Scooby-Doo, right? Where they kind of try to be oh, see, they did it because of this, and this. There's a logical explanation. Here they don't even bother. They just throw you into a scenario.
They give you an explanation, but the explanation is impossible. So it's just okay, sure.
Alligator-based economy.
Yeah.
And when you were in the bathroom during one of the breaks, Tara and I were talking about how oh my god, the horror is so good.
Yeah, it's actually there are some horrific in episode 2 with the gators, with the red light and everything.
Yeah.
The animation in the show is really good, which is saying a lot, because usually, I mean, it's not to say that previous Scooby-Doos didn't have good animation, but you can tell that they're like especially with like the first one, they reused like certain animations and stuff like that. Here it's like the colors, the lighting and everything, and there's also CG, AI and stuff. It's really well incorporated.
Yeah.
Incorporated.
Yeah, and again, like, there's the legitimate, like, character interaction is good. There's, like, legitimately kind of, like, emotional stuff. You have not seen anywhere near as far as it goes yet.
Oh no.
And I will say this, and you kind of have said this, like, jokingly when we're watching some stuff. This show has a body count. I'm not kidding. It's not like,
people die?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So, and even that you're surprised, it's more than you think it is. Just from me saying it, it's kind of insane.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because when I looked at the okay, yeah, I'll get into that too. But when I looked at some of the episode titles for like later episodes, I was like, oh wait, this seems really suspiciously similar to like Higurashi. And then I looked, and in the notes it was like, this is a reference to Higurashi, and I was like, I want to watch that.
I'll be honest, I don't remember that episode at all, so I can't comment on that.
That's okay. You also didn't watch Higurashi though, so
right. But yeah.
But like the last episode we watched, episode 10, there were recognizable references. Like there was Terminator, and there was Silence of the Lambs, and like the portrayal of the jail. Yeah, the portrayal of the jail scene is so similar to the one in Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, so for reference,
really
again,
creepy.
if people are not, again, like me, we're not 100% sure which episode is which, the last episode that we watched, episode 10, is the one where we first see the bird, Professor Pericles. So that's the reference for that, yeah.
Yeah. Hannibal Lecter.
You'll see more of him if you keep going. Yeah. So, I, like, legitimately, this is one of the shows that I actually was thinking, like, I might want to rewatch this. And, yeah.
Yeah. Especially because, like, as you said, like, the character, like, we know these characters, we've grown up with them and stuff, but it's, like, really interesting to see, like, their personalities actually shine through. Because usually, since it's, like, an episodic thing, you can't really do character development.
Right.
It's meant for you to watch out of order and everything and stuff. But here it actually follows a specific order, so you can actually grow to like love these characters and everything, and it's just really interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I feel so bad for Scooby too.
Yeah, Scooby and Daphne have become like my children. And then Fred is just unapologetically big dumbass energy, and I love it.
I know. He is the ultimate like what's the, I don't know, chaotic good or something. I don't even, that's not even true. But he's just
chaotic
like,
good.
Digging at the car. He kept digging for Daphne.
He's such a fucking goober, but like it's so great.
I genuinely love this incarnation of Fred so much.
I know.
And then he's like, no, I need to be unfeeling and unemotional.
No, I know, like, literally when I've seen people talk, they're like, Fred is the best character, and every time someone's like, how could Fred possibly be the best character? And I'm like, you'll see, like, watch it, and you will see.
Convinced by the end of episode 1. I was just like, yes.
Yeah, when you told me that, I was like, Fred is interesting, I guess. But I would say that, like, in previous carnations, it's usually Scooby and Shaggy that kind of carry the team and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, here, I'm just like, oh my god, you're right. Fred is the best character.
And again, there's more. There's more.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there's a lot more. But, yeah, I'm glad that, again, of course, you guys got into this. And honestly, like, looking back at it, I remember in my 2-hour-long 2020 show video thing, I remember giving the show an 8, and I'm like, honestly, I might want to give it higher than an 8. I remember I gave it a high 8, but I was like, but I'm thinking now, I'm like, oh, I don't know. But yeah, it's really entertaining. The writing is good. It's just like legitimately funny.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just really well done. I don't really have anything negative to say about it, and I'm glad that you guys came to agree with me on that so far.
Yeah, like,
yes.
People watching, go watch this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's on
especially if
Netflix.
you've watched. Yeah, especially if you've watched Scooby-Doo before, or even if you haven't, like Fallon.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
it's fun for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, definitely you'll get more out of it if you have watched Scooby-Doo, because there are like a bunch of references to like previous Scooby-Doo stuff throughout.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
again, like for me, it's like I had seen some before. I know the very basics, you know, of like the group dynamics and like the stereotypes, the characters or whatever. And if honestly, like that's all you need, and like how many people don't know that,
Yeah.
right? So
Mhm.
yeah, don't feel like you have to be like a Scooby fan to watch this. I wasn't, and I thoroughly enjoyed it a lot. So.
Oh, actually, speaking of, I wasn't expecting to see the Hex Girls in here, because that's from the
Oh
movie.
yeah. Mhm.
I didn't realize that they were like a thing in like Scooby-Doo stuff when I was watching this show, so I was just like, oh, okay, it's some like fan thing that's in
Yeah,
the
they are
universe,
part
whatever.
of the lore.
Yeah, I didn't
kind of.
realize that was a thing until actually very recently. So
And the songs that they sang were actually the songs they sang in that movie, too, actually.
oh, okay, yeah.
'Cause
So if we
they
ever get
were-
around to watching it.
Yeah, because when they were singing it, I was like, wait a minute, I remember these lyrics.
Yeah.
I think they're in at least one other episode later.
Ooh.
I don't remember though. I don't know. Maybe I might be wrong.
We'll see.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really good, and there's so many like lines that are great for this. I mean, there's the whole there's the whole kind of joke meme about how Fred loves traps. Haha.
Yeah.
And then
I'm gonna go talk to him. Fred, what are you doing? I want to go talk to him.
and then just like the of course the one of the great out of context quotes that you could have is Scooby-Doo saying to Shaggy, "Are you cheating on me?" Yeah, it's just like there's just a bunch here that's really great, and then yeah, I don't know what else to say except that you should watch more. I want to watch more. I don't know if we want to try to watch more together or not, if we have
could
time,
try.
but we
You
can
can try
try.
to.
I'm down for doing that. We just would need to find time to do so.
I feel like you're kind of anticipating, like, because this was our first time watching like this, and also just Scooby-Doo with an overarching plot. So I know there were a lot of points where we were like, "What?"
Yeah,
We're just like, what? This is unprecedented.
yeah, and it is a pretty, in terms of the overall plot, it is a fairly slow like build for that.
Which
like-
makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, so like the plot that's happening is the plot for the whole show, so both
Mhm,
seasons.
okay.
So it doesn't really get known until like the very end of the show. So it goes a while where like you don't really get that much information.
Mhm.
So yeah, just keep that in mind. But-
I am excited.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
good.
I'm so
First
hyped.
time- This is the first time I've actually watched more than the 6-episode limit too.
Oh yeah, that's true. We were like, "Can we watch 10?"
Yeah,
like, when
I
we
was
usually do-
surprised.
When we do 10, it's usually like Infinity Train, which is like
Shorter.
15
Yeah.
minutes. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's actually 2 hours. But this was like,
Over
oh, can
3
we
hours.
actually watch more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we watched all 9 episodes of season 1 of The Dragon Prince.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But that was
Oh,
because
yeah.
it was sort of a weird. It was like, again, timing was well, it was like 3 hours, but 6 out of 9 episodes is kind of a season.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
So
We're
we're just
already
let's just go all the
2
way through
through.
9. So
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, this is the most we've seen in terms of just length of time of something, and it was not planned. We were planning on going to 6, so I guess clearly this worked. So yeah, okay. I guess we will be watching more of this at some point, and
Yeah.
I don't know, we'll see. Maybe we'll have more to talk about it for the end of the year discussion. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else to say, or can we mention what we're going to be watching next in 2 weeks?
Finally.
Which will finally
Yeah,
be
everyone already knows what we're gonna be watching.
what'll finally be Crazy Rich Asians. Yeah. Because didn't we say we were like gonna watch this like early-ish August, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Stuff happened.
literal hell
And
happened.
then stuff happened.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So
we could
um,
finally watch Crazy Rich Asians.
it's still gonna be 2 weeks from now. Well, 2 weeks and a day.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that'll be a thing. And in terms of like the show Sundays or whatever, again being like the first Sunday of the month. Well, like technically again because it was actually being aired on Halloween, but you know we already had that talked about before.
Yeah.
But basically, like, we're still no matter what, we're gonna do 2 weeks between things. So even if like the show Sunday might be like the second Sunday of the month because of that, whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. So, yeah. So next up is Crazy Rich Asians, and then we will finally get back to the normal roulette. I don't even remember what's on it anymore.
I know it's
It's
a Bollywood
3 months.
movie.
There is a Bollywood movie.
And
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh yeah.
And then there's
Yu-Gi-Oh's
another
on it.
long movie. There's another long movie, isn't there?
Is there? I don't know. I have
Oh, we did
no
Sound
idea.
of Music already.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, never mind. Yeah, we've done. Okay, so we
Yeah.
have the Bollywood film, the Yu-Gi-Oh film, and something else.
Both
Yeah, but-
of my picks are still on the wheel.
Again. Why are your picks always like last?
Oh wait, no, but the Bollywood film was not my pick. The Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh no, you're right. Yeah. What was the other one you
What was
had?
the other movie that you picked?
What was the other movie I picked?
I don't know. We'll figure this out later. We don't need to do this
Fuck.
recording.
Oh wait, before anything though, there was a Karen in the last
Oh,
episode.
yeah. There was a Karen.
I was like, they unveiled her, and then I was like, oh my gosh, this is a Karen. And then she kept going through her like ploy and her motive and everything. I was like, this is a Karen.
You disrespected my child. Yeah, basically.
How dare you? Let me speak to your manager.
Oh my god.
Well, anyway, good show.
Bye.
We will watch more, but
Yep.
2 weeks from now we will watch finally Crazy Rich Asians. I hope I don't
Yeah.
hate it.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.